The award for the biggest Formula One driver hypocrite has to go to Lewis Hamilton for the time he gave everybody a lecture about how the oceans are being destroyed while sitting on the back of a speedboat. He actually did that. Or like they've ever done anything corrupt. You know, like install devices on their road cars to cheat emissions tests, hiding how terrible they are for the environment. Massey just bent the rules a bit. Mercedes is trying to suffocate us. And where exactly does that fit in with their drivers' attitude towards climate change? And also, after Saudi Arabia, Lewis Hamilton said, "I've never seen a car that fast." The fucking nerve. Never seen a car. You have the memory of a goldfish. After he dragged it back to the pit lane, got new tyres and came back out, he was down in 19th and 30 seconds behind Nicholas Latifi. But if there's one driver who prides himself on his ability to overcome adversity, come back from impossible odds, somebody who would never even think about giving up, it's Lewis Hamilton.
I would save this engine, guys, if I was you. Sorry.
I would save this engine, guys, if I was you. It's the third bloody lap. And Lance Stroll and Nicholas Latifi are still in the race, which means everybody could be killed. Hashtag still we rise up my arse. Last we heard, he was in 19th and 30 seconds behind Nicholas Latifi.
Lewis Hamilton moves to the outside of the track and then swoops round in front of Carlos Sainz and up into 4th place.
How the fuck did he do that? You see, this is why nobody listens to you. Oh, Bono, my tyres are dead. Sets the fastest lap. Oh, we should retire and save the engine. Gets back up into 4th. Oh, we need to save the oceans on the back of a speedboat. If all he did was drive the car and never said a word, people would think he was Jesus Christ. We saw him struggling to get out of the car, and some reports even suggested he was going to miss the next race in Canada. So why is Lewis Hamilton now in a vegetative state? Well, it was because his car was bouncing so violently, it gave him something called lumbago. The symptoms include pain in the lower back area, numbness, getting outperformed by your teammate every single race, a fan base of delusional morons who will make excuses for you no matter how much your career declines, a never-ending identity crisis, crippling hypocrisy, and unbearable levels of self-obsession. Check. And once again, we heard Toto Wolff apologising to him on the radio. He said, "We all know this is a bit of a shitbox to drive at the moment." But what he meant was, Niki Lauda burnt half his face off, came back 2 months later and only lost the championship by 1 point, and you've got the fucking nerve to complain about a sore back, you pleb. His words. We won't panic or make knee-jerk reactions. In a spotlight as fierce as F1, people are quick to point fingers and look for scapegoats. Point fingers and look for scapegoat. Excuse me, Lewis, nobody listens to me. Toto, we can throw the car in the trash. What happened at that emergency meeting in the Mercedes factory? Yeah? What did they mean when they said Mike Elliott has been given an ultimatum? That sounds like a lot of finger pointing. In the race on Sunday, Hamilton spent the entire time complaining about how shit the car was, to the point where even Toto Wolff told him to shut up and just drive the car.
Lewis, the car is bad, we know. Please drive it.
And when he wasn't complaining about the car, he was complaining about other drivers exceeding track limits, despite himself exceeding track limits and getting a 5-second penalty for it. And Lewis Hamilton, he said, "Big up those guys. I love that people are fighting for the planet and we need more people like them." Something they bragged about on their Twitter account even after Lewis took back everything that he said. Probably because he turned up to Silverstone in a Mercedes Maybach with a 4-litre V8 engine. But while we're on the subject of him saying dumb shit, he said something in the post-race interview that sent me over the edge. I'm going to try and stay calm. Remember last year when Lewis attempted to murder his way back into the championship by fucking Max into the wall at Copse? He received a 10-second penalty and 2 points on his licence. And every reasonable person agreed it was his fault for understeering into Max, causing the collision. Fast forward to this year, he does exactly the same move with Charles Leclerc, only this time, no crash, even though Charles turned in a little bit more than Verstappen did. Basically proving what we already knew. But then I made the mistake of watching the post-race interview, where he said this.
What a great battle. Very sensible driver, you're clearly a lot different to what we experienced last year. And like Copse, for example, 2 of us went through there no problem, you know?
The fucking nerve. The 2 of us went through there no problem. The 2 of us went through there. What did he just say? What did he just fucking say? Is he taking the bloody piss? Is he taking the bloody piss? The 2 of us went through there no problem. The 2 of us went through there no problem. Is that what he just said? I swear to God. Oh, fuck. Shit. The 2 of us went through there no problem. The 2 of us went through there. I swear down on my nan's grave. The reason why the 2 of us went through there no problem is because this time you actually attempted to hit the apex, you cheeky little bastard. This is why people hate you of the year goes to Lewis Hamilton for praising the climate change activists who broke onto the circuit at the British Grand Prix. Oh yeah, what did he say? Big up those guys. Ooh, big up those guys. Shut up. Why don't you get back in your G-Wagon or your speedboat or your private plane? Every breath you take is hypocritical.